Hello guys, and welcome to the continuation, or let's just say part 2 of the Over the Wire Bandit challenge. And basically here we are on Bandit level 7 going to 8, and here we're looking for the password in the next level, which is in the file data.txt. I'm going to clear this ls. We have data.txt, and usually we can just cut data.txt here and we'll be able to see a bunch of files. The first instinct whenever I get this kind of challenge is to cut this data.txt, and I'm going to pipe it and grip the word. I'm going to grip the word. They say the password is next to the word million. So if I copy this, and grip is just to pick out that particular word. If I hit enter, voila, I actually got the answer. Millions. That worked. We can also use what we call strings. It does the same thing. So basically, if I type strings and data.txt, is going to give me almost the same thing, but in the later challenge we're going to see where this is more important. Why? Because let's say what is strings, sorry, it says is print the sequence of the printable characters in file. We're going to see where strings is very much important, but in this case cat works, so you can just anyone works basically. So we can just say strings data.txt and want to pipe that to grip and the word millions, and basically hit enter and you get that. So the password is next to millions. So copy that. I'm going to exit. There we go. Now let's head on to Bandit challenge 8, level 8, hit enter, and I'm going to paste that, hit enter, and there we go. Bandit 8. I'm going to go to level 8 to 9. Now the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, and it's the only line of text that occurs only once. Okay, it will occur only once. So I'm going to clear this. Sorry, I'm going to clear this and ls. We see cut. Let's cut this particular file and see what we're dealing with here. So we see this. Basically, we have a bunch of words, a bunch of passwords. Let me just say, and we're looking for a particular one that occurred only once. In this case, we're going to use sort. This is what is sort. What is sort? And it says sort lines of text. So if I say sort data.txt, it's going to set it orderly. You see, it sorted it alphabetically, basically from y, x, 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 w, and so on. So with this now, we're going to sort data.txt, but in this case now, I would like to pipe it uniquely. This is where we'll now use uniq. Yes, basically uniq is q. Okay, so uniq, and we're going to uniq and we use that c, so it counts. That c means to count. In order to do this, let me clear this quickly and just do the man uniq, so we'll see what we're dealing with here. And as you can see, that c counts the preference. Okay, that c counts. Okay, so I'm going to x that, and then we're going to clear this again, and then we're going to use sort. We already have that here. So basically with this you can scroll up, and we're going to look for since it's going to sort it this way, see we actually have the only one that is unique is having one here, the rest are 10 10 10. Also we can actually filter this further, but let's just copy that, and then we're going to exit, and I'm going to go into Bandit 9, hit enter. I'm going to paste, hit enter. Voila, we're in Bandit 9. So let's head on to Bandit level 9 going to 10. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt in one of the few human readable strings. Now this is where we're going to be using strings, I believe, preceded by the several character equals to blah blah blah. Now let's ls. We see cut data.txt. If we try to cut data.txt, we'll have a bunch of words that we can't read. I'm going to clear that. Now this is where strings come into place. If I do strings data.txt, you see, you notice the difference now. So it's only picked up basically strings compared to when we're using cat. So with this, if you say cat data.txt and you want to pipe it to grip, basically you're looking for the equal to sign and preceded by the equal to character. So if you hit enter, it's going to tell you grip binary files matches, basically an error. So in this case now we're going to use strings data.txt, and then we're going to use grep, and then equal to sign, hit enter. Now this is preceded, so the only thing that looks like our password here is this. So we're going to copy that and we're going to exit. I'm going to clear that and we're going to go into straight to Bandit 10. Hit enter, paste that, and here we go, Bandit 10. Bandit Level 10. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which contains base 64 encoded data. And in this case right now we do have a tool called base 64. Basically, if I ls here, we have data.txt. If I cut data.txt, we have a base 64, usually ends with double equals sign here, and we're going to use base 64. As you can see, to decode it we use -d and some other stuff. So basically we just say base 64 -d and then data.txt, and the password is this. Decoded that for us. To copy that, and I'm going to exit, and I'm going to go straight to Bandit 11, paste that, and here we go, Bandit 11. So we'll go to level 11 to 12. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, where all lowercases A to Z and uppercases A to Z letters have been rotated by 13 positions. So we're dealing with rot 13. We can read more about this here on rot 13, or I can just open this a little bit, and it says it's a simple letter substitution cipher that replaces a letter with the 13th letter after it in the letter Latin blah blah blah. Anyways, so you can actually use Cyberchef to just basically decrypt this, but in this case I'll try to solve that using Cyberchef. It's a website where you can decrypt, or just basically. Well, let's go back to what we need to solve here. ls, and we have to cut data.txt. So basically this has been rotated 13 times in such a way. Basically I'm just going to use it to solve it basically here on the command line. And to be able to do that, I'm going to cut data.txt, and I'm going to pipe the result to what we call tr. Tr is like translate, but let's just quickly see what that is. What is tr? Translate or delete character. So this is what we're going to use to translate it back to the normal way. Okay, and to be able to do that, you can man tr and be able to see the versions you can be able to use and some stuff. You can read more about that, so I'm just going to go back here, clear, ls, cut data.txt. You see what we're dealing with. So we're going to cut data.txt. I'm going to pipe that to translate, and we're going to translate this. Basically, if you watch here, it says it was lowercase a to z and uppercase a to z. So we're going to open up a bracket here, and I'm going to type a capital letter to capital letter z, and I'm also going to put small letter a to z, and I'm going to cover that bracket. Now this is the first, and because it was rotated 13 times, so you can read more about this, but basically I'm going to put out the way I used to solve it. Have a quotation here, and you have the letter n to z, and basically a to m, okay, for the capitals. Then we also have a small letters n to z and a to m. Cover that and see if that works. Basically we did. So this is the password. Now if you want to use Cyberchef, you come over here and then type rot 13 and drag that into this region. Okay, so rot 13 is already copied basically, and then the inputs we can just copy. This is the whole input, so I'm going to copy that and paste that here, and as you can see the output is translated right here. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to exit, clear, and basically let's go up to level 12 to 13. I'm going to paste the password, hit enter, and there we go. And the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which is a hex dump of a file that has been repeatedly compressed. So dealing with hex dump, I'm going to see you guys in the next video, so we'll continue from there. Let's leave it in a separate video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and ciao.